Hi, the purpose of this video is to share that the Lord of the Second Coming has already come, and I want to make one of these videos at least every 8 days, not more than 3 minutes. We've got evidence that the Lord of the Second Coming has already come because the first chosen people, they made the humongous mistake of rejecting Jesus as the Messiah. So if the first chosen people can do it, then also the second chosen people can do that too. Another point is that the second coming of the Elijah, which is an incredible clue as to how the second coming of the Messiah will occur, was fulfilled by a different person with a different name. It wasn't actually fulfilled by Elijah himself. Jesus said that John the Baptist is the Elijah. And even though John the Baptist denied this, but the fact that Jesus said it meant that John the Baptist was the Elijah, whether he accepted this or not. So the second coming of the Messiah can also be fulfilled in a very similar way, a surprising way. And Jesus also gave many indications that to recognize the Lord of the second coming wouldn't be an easy matter at all. It's very important to understand this, that from the chosen people's point of view, if there is no Elijah, then there's no Messiah. It's from the prophecy of Malachi, which was the very last prophecy that God made regarding Jesus coming. And then there was 400 years of silence after that. So it was like a really important point of view from the Jewish people's point of view, that if there's no Elijah, there's no Messiah. So Jesus was considered to be an imposter when he said that John the Baptist was the Elijah, because John the Baptist basically denied this, and he never rescinded this denial. There's no record of him doing that in the Bible at all. Some people will point to the disarray in the Unification Church right now as some evidence that Reverend Moon could not be the Lord of the Second Coming. His wife has become behaving like an empress, and also the heir, Sean Moon, is connecting with guns in such a way that the rod of iron is now, called a gun. It's kind of like crazy. But the purpose of the Messiah is twofold. The main fundamental purpose of the Messiah is to give rebirth. And also then we have to have a different understanding of the meaning of the word Messiah, which is kind of a loaded word. And then Reverend Moon posited the term true parents. Adam and Eve basically fell under the dominion of the archangel, becoming false parents. So a very fundamental point of the Messiah is true parents. And Jesus and the Holy Spirit were true parents, but only spiritually, because they were rejected. So Jesus' body was taken, but still, because he was totally loyal to God, then he was able to bring about spiritual rebirth through Jesus and Holy Spirit. But because Jesus was killed, then in order to get full rebirth, physical and spiritual, then the Messiah has to come again. And the Messiah will not come from the clouds. The clouds are figurative. Anyway, I don't want to explain too much in this one, but just to give some pointers about how I can say that Reverend Moon is the Lord of the Second Coming. The fundamental things which the Messiah has to do is to give rebirth. In other words, the false parents gave birth to a false lineage, and all of mankind is fallen under false lineage, the lineage of the fall. So the Messiah comes to reverse this. So the blessings and or mass weddings that Reverend Moon was doing was basically to reverse the direction. How the fall came about is like a complete reversal of this in order to bring about the conditions. And if Reverend Moon is the Lord of the Second Advent, then he has this qualification to give rebirth. The other thing is to bring the truth which Jesus wanted to bring, but he lamented in John 16:25. He said, I've told you figuratively, but the time will come when I will speak plainly of the Father. So the Lord of the Second Advent has left words of truth, which he described as the 8 great textbooks. The exposition of the divine principle is one of these, and it makes really amazing reading. You can buy a copy of this on Kindle from Amazon for less than $20. If you send me an email at christthroughlsc@gmail.com, then I will send you, a PDF in 3 colors. So it's like shaded red, blue, and yellow. And if you want to just read the main points, you read the red part. If you want to read more fully, you read the red and the blue together. And then if you want to have a more explanation, then you read red, blue, and then so you can read through the main points very, very quickly. And I would really recommend doing this. This is basically the fulfillment of what Jesus promised in John 16:25, to speak plainly of the Father. There's some fundamental dilemmas within Christianity, the 2 main ones being that if God is all-powerful and almighty, why he did not stop the fall of man. That's one dilemma. And also another one is that if the fall of man was a failure of obedience, then it portrays God as some kind of psychopath, because if somebody in a parental position makes a test for their children and the failure of this test results in their death, then these parents will be locked up. They're like psychopaths. So this is another dilemma, that God appears to be a psychopathic kind of God in making this kind of test of obedience that resulted in the death of the first human ancestors, which also brought all of mankind from that time until now, also coming into death. So there's 2 fundamental dilemmas, and Exposition of Divine Principle explains very clearly why God created mankind and why God could not intervene in the fall of man. So yeah, I hope that you can engage with this, take it seriously. These really are the last days. Lord of Second Advent has already come, Lord of Second Coming. So those who are saying he's coming soon, hey, you're too late. Please check it out. Please get to me, and I'm prepared to defend this corner. Okay, I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.